How we doing, people? How we feeling? We are here. Top of the morning. It is 10:04. Beautiful Sydney, Australia. Literally, not a cloud in the sky. um,
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah.
not a cloud in the sky. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Are having a good weekend. Football is upon us. Just about 12 hours, I would say.
Yeah.
Drop all your questions. Start sit for week 3. We're gonna be here. We're gonna be here answering every single one of your questions until it's over. And then right after this, we have a supporter live stream for all our supporters. That supporters on Patreon. Patreon.com/FantasylandFam. If you want to be a part of that, all you have to do is select Close Friends Plus tier and higher, and you can be part of that live stream. We give some more quality time, more QT, more whatever you want to do over there. I'm also watching Ohio State, Washington, or Wisconsin game, so I'm gonna be answering all your questions here.
All right, let's get straight to it. Shout out to everybody in the stream. Go ahead and do us a
right.
favor. Drop a like and subscribe. Obviously, if you're here and you're in the comments and you're subscribing,
Let's
drop a like for us.
We sound good as well, by the way. I think we should be good.
Griffin, start 2. DJ Moore, A-Rob, Curtis Samuel, Garrett Wilson, and Edmonds. Edmonds would be the clear
sit
player. I'm not starting there.
Yeah.
But Curtis Samuel is an interesting one this week. The defense they go up is very good. The offense, I think, is going to score a lot of points against that Washington defense. And I think he's going to be really necessary. But you have a lot of good options here. So this kind of feels like a trap question. Well, when we say a trap question, we mean we're probably not going to be able to answer it with 100% accuracy because these are all guys in a very, very similar range of outcome.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm comfortable enough to start Garrett Wilson over DJ Moore yet. Start 2. Give me. Jeez, this is tough, man. This is really tough. Again, I really don't know if I'm going to answer this correctly.
A-Rob is Allen Robinson. Is that correct? So I think that's definitely one. Or is that? Yeah, that's Allen Robinson. So let's just put that aside. I definitely want to start Allen Robinson this week. I think for me, it's a toss-up between DJ Moore and Garrett Wilson. DJ Moore going up against the Saints, who I'm assuming is going to be going against Marshawn Lattimore. And then Garrett Wilson is a rookie going against the Bengals. Maybe that's Eli Apple. I mean, I will maybe ride the hot hand here and go Garrett Wilson and Allen Robinson. They're playing at home. The Jets have momentum, some good motivation against a struggling 0-2 Bengals team. Give me Garrett Wilson and Allen Robinson. It's definitely a risk because he's a rookie. But look, anything can happen moving forward with Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, don't mind it. I'll go with that too. Miles says start Kirk, Bateman, or Jeff Wilson in the flex. I'm going Kirk.
Yep, I'm going Kirk as well.
Drop Ayuk for London. I think we both say yes. Yep. Corbin says AJ Brown over under 16.3 full PPR points. I mean, that's the line that he's. I mean, that's going to be a weekly line. That's just can he? That's kind of what we expect from him. Around 16 to 17, 18 points for AJ Brown every week. They're playing the Commanders, so the competition isn't all that hard. But even last week they dominated Minnesota, and he was more used as a decoy rather than, he still had 8 targets, but he was more of a decoy rather than a fantasy stud on the week. Yeah. But versus Washington, I'm going higher if it's full PPR. But again, it's very possible he just is an incredible player that allows other people to be open. We'll see.
Exactly, and I think that's what I would say as well. I mean, if there was targets, maybe higher than 7 targets, higher than 6 targets, I would definitely do that. But the full points just feels a little bit too on the edge there for me.
Yeah. Alex, PPR got offered Eckler and Lamb for Clyde and Jamar Chase. I got Burrow, Javonte, Carter, Etienne, Mostert, Walker, DK, London, Olave, Kittle. Worried I would be without a wide receiver 1. So you Eckler and Lamb for Clyde and Jamar Chase. Yeah, you got to keep the Jamar Chase side, in my opinion. And really that's because of how weak your wide receiver room is if you lose Jamar Chase. So I'm taking the Jamar Chase side.
And it's a plus that Clyde is doing decent so far. So let's keep riding with Clyde. Hopefully he continues.
I'm open to moving Clyde. It just has to be the right situation.
Exactly.
What's up, Albert? Rapping Dog says start Terry or Rashad Bateman. I'm going Terry. Actually, oh man, it's 2 pretty tough matchups for them. I'm imagining that Darius Slay is going to be on Terry, and that's what's scaring me a little bit. So, but Terry, give me Rashad Bateman there. Give me Rashad Bateman.
I would go Rashad Bateman as well. I mean, who are they playing again? I'm trying to find it.
Bateman plays New England, and Terry plays Philly. So I imagine that Terry might get the Justin Jefferson, Slay treatment. So give me Bateman, but Terry's still a must start for most formats. Pick 2 full PPR: Kirk, Cooks, Bateman, Garrett Wilson. All right, this one I'm following the Kirk. The Kirk not hype, I would say, just like the execution so far this year. So give me Kirk as one of these options, and then I'm going Bateman over Cooks.
I'm going Bateman over Cooks as well. I like Kirk and Bateman this week for both of those guys. Oliver, what's up, fellas?
Sorry, just quickly. I am actually gonna go. I'm going Kirk and Cooks. I think Cooks is a safer play than Bateman. I just need more target share for Bateman, or more targets, more opportunities first before I put him over Cooks. But it's close.
What's up, fellas? Need help with my flex PPR league? Lazard, Traylon, or Dontre Hilliard? Thanks. I would go Lazard here. I don't know about Zach.
This is close because I do think that we could be in the Traylon Burks breakout week here.
Yeah, the uprise. I mean,
Kyle. Sorry.
Oh no, continue. Sorry.
Kyle Phillips is out of this game. Robert Woods doesn't really seem to be, a focal point of this offense at all. And whenever Traylon Burks is on the field, they want to get him the ball. I think this could be the breakout game. Tampa Bay's a really good defense, and there's a chance Lazard gets a touchdown. There's a chance he gets more targets, but it looks like I just don't know if the target share is going to be there just yet. So
for Lazard,
actually, yeah,
right.
I am going to take a shot on Burks here this week, and I think he could be a sneaky play for people who are in a desperate spot like this guy finds himself.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm going Lazard. I think I just feel more confident in this offense, more confident in Aaron Rodgers, even if he doesn't have the best game. I think he has the opportunity, which is the targets. But the same thing can be said for Traylon Burks, like Zach said. But give me the quarterback play there. I think that's where I will be leaning. Tunchi, top of the morning, boys. How you feeling? How you doing, man? Bryce, start one. DJ Moore, Elijah Moore, Curtis Samuel. Man, that is a toughie.
Start one. I'm actually going Curtis Samuel here, personally.
Yeah, I think I might be doing it as well. I'm
can't
leaning.
Trust Elijah Moore.
I said that exactly. You can't trust.
I said that last week going into week 2. I said if he doesn't perform, I need to start seeing it. I can't put him on my starting roster and get 6 to 8 points again.
Yeah.
With Garrett Wilson popping off. So this could be Elijah Moore's week, but also I don't want to wait and see that it's not again. And Flacco favors Wilson, so give me Curtis. I think. Man, Curtis has so many opportunities every week so far.
He's riding the hot hand as well. He got 9 targets last week, 10 targets the week before, something like that, something crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah. On Twitch.
What's up, Jacob?
What's happening on Twitch over there? Big. I was offered Brady for Wentz. Do I pounce before he cancels? I have Terry, and I like my stack. Just not going against Philly this week.
Keep Brady.
Yeah, I'm keeping Tom Brady, to be completely honest. Give me that, and then Desperate Bro Xander.
Desperate Rays fan.
I don't know what any of this means.
He's the fullback for the Chargers. Yeah, I mean he's had touchdowns in both weeks. It's been really funny how it's worked out for him. Careful riding that wave though. That wave is a pretty steep crash, steep decline.
Yeah.
John Hernan, what's up? He says for rest of the season I have Jones and Dillon together. Do I hold both or do I try and flip for top tier running back with wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 1? It's a good question, John. I just think these kind of questions are quite difficult to answer because we couldn't give you an exact name of who to flip to. But I'm more than happy to try and make my upside higher on a weekly basis and move one of these players. For me, I kind of view AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones very similarly still, especially because of the usage, the opportunities. This is probably a bad week for AJ Dillon. I talked about that even when I told people to trade for him this week. In our trade 4 video, this is probably a bad week versus Tampa Bay. And I think Jones could have another good week. So it might be good to look at moving Jones after this week. If that happens, Not that you have to, but if you're looking to get a top tier wide receiver, a Chase, an Adams, or whatever the case may be,
Yeah.
then that's how I would approach it.
Yeah. Since I have Eckler and I picked up Mitchell off waivers to stack till week 10, to stash till week 10. Yeah, it's good. I mean, like Zach said, I'm happy to flip one of these guys and get a higher upside week in and week out, because you definitely limit your upside there. So I agree. Akshay, start 2 of these. 4, Dylan, Miller, Elijah Moore, and Raheem Mostert. I think for sure one is Dylan. And I have to go Elijah Moore there. So
that one's pretty easy. Yeah.
Grind for gold. PPR Burks, Robinson, Ayuk. If Robinson is Allen Robinson, yes. If that Robinson is James Robinson,
still yes.
I think I would go. Yeah, I would definitely be going Treylon there as well.
I'm going. If it's Robinson or Allen Robinson, I still think you have to start those guys. If it's James Robinson or Allen, I still think you have to start those guys over Burks, even though I think that we could be on the cusp of a breakout.
Okay.
Just because of the touchdown upside for James, and then Allen in the better offense, better quarterback play.
Yeah, I think this week it's going to be tough with that Chargers defense, but I mean anything can happen. He's been riding the hot hand right now. Grind for gold. Start Flacco or Jones over Brady. No, you start Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I know it's been a rough couple weeks, and I know he doesn't have anyone, but like you just have to start him. I mean, unless you have another gut feeling, then sure. But I think we will both be starting Tom Brady.
If I have to choose between those, it would be Flacco, because he's throwing like 50 balls a game. But I'm still going Brady in that scenario. Yeah. Corbin, if I trade away Knox and Hardman for Schultz, is that a good trade? I mean, yeah. It is a good trade. Just got to wait for Schultz to get back.
Exactly.
Brian for gold says PPR starts Ayuk or Metcalf. That's a tough one.
Metcalf plays the Falcons. Ayuk with the Broncos.
Give me Metcalf.
Yeah, give me Metcalf as well. I think he could have a good game this week. PPR start 2. I have Allen, Mike Williams, Pollard, Edmonds, Myers, and Etienne. I mean, definitely one is Mike Williams. You have Allen. So Keenan Allen?
Keenan and he plays, you start both Keenan and Mike.
And Mike, yeah, exactly. But if Allen doesn't play, I think it would be Mike or Mike Williams, and then it has to be probably Etienne. But Etienne for me is going to be tough this week as well.
Yeah, I actually kind of favor Etienne over J-Rob this week. We talked about the game script from last week. I just don't think that if you take that one run out for James Robinson, and he's looked really good, so this isn't an anti-James Robinson thing, but he's looked pretty good. But if you take that one run out where he ran for a touchdown, it's like a 30-yard touchdown. I think he was averaging like 1 yard per carry or something, and you just don't give someone 24 opportunities when he's rushing at 1 yard per carry against a good defense. It's another good defense that they're facing. The reason they were able to do that is because of the game script. I mean, they had to run the clock off. They needed to get out of there with a win 24-0. It made sense for them. I'm not sure they're going to have that luxury this week, even if it is Chase Daniels with that offense. It's going to be a more competitive game. You'll see more Etienne this week. Not that he will outsnap James Robinson, but I think Etienne will be a more reliable starter this week. I worry about James Robinson a little bit, but still, like he still has a chance for a touchdown. So that's why I said you had to start him earlier.
Back in 82, Rex, Walker, or Nico, half PPR.
None. Definitely not Burkhead after what happened last week. Give me Nico. I think 10. Did he have 9 targets last week or something? He was a waiver wire pickup for me.
Yeah, I like Nico. I think this is a real toss-up between Walker. I think he can have a good game this week. This is tough, man, because Ken Walker plays the Falcons and Nico plays the Bears, so two.
Yeah,
man,
tough. I mean, I guess if you're playing Ken Walker, you're assuming that he's going to get a higher snap share than last week, which was 24%. I just can't do that yet. I need to see it first.
For sure. I'm going to take the chance with Ken there. I feel more confident. I love Nico. That's my boy. Give me Ken.
Okay.
Grind for gold. Pollard or Brees? I think we will both say Brees.
Yeah.
Shep, Lazard, Juju. I'm still going Lazard. I'm not sure about Zach, though. Chiefs play the Colts this week.
Yeah, I will go Lazard here as well. I don't want to start any Chiefs because I don't know who it's going to be. Lazard, I need to see at least 6 targets this game. 3 targets last week. The only reason you got saved if you have Lazard is because of that touchdown.
That barely was a save too. Like he was still in the 10 points there.
Yeah, have to see 6 targets at least this week.
Start
to have hope going forward.
Yeah. Start 2, Juju, Logan Thomas, Nico, and Etienne. I think for sure Etienne, and then this is tough.
I mean, in this scenario, I am going Juju.
Yeah, I would say Juju as well.
Juju and Etienne
just has the better upside in my eyes right now. Clyde, pick 2. Brady, Winston, Mills. Okay, so if Herbert's out, we have to pick 2. I think Brady and Winston. I wouldn't put. But if Herbert plays, you play Brady and Herbert. That's my thought process. Nobody said
you go Brady Herbert as well. Brady's a clear lock for me. Winston and Mills is really interesting because and the reason I say it's interesting is because of the rib issue that that Jameis Winston currently has. It's really impacting his play. But you can't start Davis Mills over him.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have to go Brady and Winston, but hopefully you can sit Winston.
Yeah. Where we got? No worries. Gold. Would you trade Lamb for Tyreek? Yes, I would.
Take Tyreek side all day.
Doc.
Jeff Wilson or James Robinson? I'm going Jeff Wilson.
Yeah, I think he can have a good week this week as well. Give me Jeff. Name Jeff. Coco. Jeff. Do I start Tua versus Buffalo, Mariota versus Seahawks? Oh man.
I'm going Tua. I mean, Mariota is someone that he was a start of the week, but there's a lot of defensive players who are injured for the Bills. You should go look at it. There's like 6 starters or something that are injured. And if you think the Bills are going to put up a lot of points, Tua's going to have to do the same. And it's not the same in the past where, okay, the Dolphins are going up against this incredible defense. You have to sit to it. Well, now you have Tyreek and Jalen Waddle on both sides of the field, or sometimes on the same side. So, don't expect a 50-point performance, but Tua feels safer to me than Mariota, even though Mariota is one of my starts of the week if you're in a desperate spot. But if I have Tua has such great weapons around him, and he showed incredible IQ, which is something that we talked about all offseason on our Dynasty channel. We were huge advocates to buy him. Too early to say that we were right, but it looks good.
Yeah, completely agree. And even if he doesn't play good in for the Dolphins itself, I think he will have high opportunity in the fantasy aspect. I think he can throw 40 plus times this game. It's going to be a hard game. It could be a shootout. So take a look at that. Noah, start 2, Curtis Samuel, Terry, and Gabe. I would go Terry and Gabe if Gabe plays personally, but I'm not sure what Zach would do. It's still in question with Gabe Davis. That's the thing.
When is his game?
I think he has an early slate game where Washington has. They both have early slate games, so you should know that decision at the same time.
Yeah, I worry that if he plays, he might be a decoy.
Right.
Let's see, beat down, but he said he was 100% that he would return to action this Sunday. Yeah, you have to go Terry and Gabe if Gabe plays, but I do worry Gabe might be a decoy this week. And 5 targets in week 1, easy to capitalize on that, when the coverage is broken. What if those 5 targets this week are guarded well?
Right.
Give me Terry and Curtis, but I really hope that for Gabe Davis's sake, we see him start this week. It's going to be hard for people to make these decisions moving forward if he doesn't start again.
Yeah, agreed. Grant for gold, Ingram or Johnson. I'm assuming that's Jawan Johnson. I think we both go Ingram.
Yeah.
Conklin, Higbee, or Everett. I would. This
is interesting actually because I think it really depends on Keenan Allen.
Yeah. If
Keenan's out, Everett.
I agree.
If not, I'm going Higbee. I think.
Yeah. Exactly. Perfect. Say less. Say less. PPR start Knox or Henderson. Knox.
Is this when you say Henderson? Are you saying like Darrell Henderson? Because if so, give me Darrell Henderson. I don't know what other Henderson it would be.
Yeah, that's what. Maybe I just answered the question, but I was like, I can't think of a Henderson tight end. Clarify that for us. But if it is,
go ahead.
If it is Henderson, then like Darrell Henderson, then I would go. Actually, if Gabe Davis doesn't play, I might go Knox still. It's tough. It's tough.
It's just too risky, I think, for me.
And I also think he has a foot injury as well. Is he even going to play? That's the question.
Yeah, too risky for me. I'll go Daryl Henderson.
That's fair. Mitch, would you trade Chase for Amon-Ra and AJ Dillon? I need to get an RB2 and is currently Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, I
would actually
Jamar
do this.
Chase or Amon-Ra and AJ Dillon. Yes, I'm happy with that.
100%.
Chase is going to be great. He's going to be just fine. But Amon-Ra has a great chance to be a top 12 player. And honestly, AJ Dillon has just as much opportunity as Aaron Jones. So I think it's, don't expect too much from Dillon this week. But after this week onwards, Dillon could be like one of these guys who's like top 12 every week. And we're like, wow, okay.
Yeah, I hear you. John Hernandez, Bills or Chargers D this week?
I'm going Chargers D personally. Bills are just beat up.
Yeah, these aren't like favorable defenses I would want to start this week, to be honest. But I would definitely go Chargers. Dan, Dylan, Jacoby, Thielen, or Jefferson? I'm assuming start one. I think
Jeff Wilson. Yeah,
we would say Jeff.
Yeah, that's a close one between Jeff Wilson and AJ Dillon, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's Tampa Bay, Jeff Wilson. I mean, typically, if it wasn't for such a good defense, I'm easily going AJ Dillon here. I'm still going AJ Dillon. Give me AJ Dillon.
That's fair. Rapper and Dog, should I start Dobbins or Penny? Dobbins got clear, by the way. Oh man. This is tough. Neither. Yeah, man, this is really bad.
Dobbins or Penny if I have to.
I would go JK.
I just can't do it, man.
I know that
Dobbins like he should be great rest of the season. I just can't do it versus New England on the road. First game back, I can't. I don't know if he's gonna see 6 touches. Penny will be the lead running back here in versus Atlanta. Excuse me.
That's fair.
It's a good defense as well for Penny to have a spike week.
Kyle,
what do you think? What do you do?
I guess to give my thought process is, I think it's going to be a split backfield in Seattle, and we might see that this week. And maybe I'm jumping the gun too early, because I do. Even though we saw very minuscule usage of Ken Walker, the way that he brought, I guess, versatility to the offense, I thought was awesome.
I agree that there's a chance it's a split backfield. I feel like it is Penny's backfield for now, but there's 100% chance of a split backfield and limited opportunities for Dobbins. Wouldn't you agree?
Or 100%. And I just feel like even with the limited opportunity, I feel like his upside is still higher than Penny right now at the moment. I could be wrong though. I think that's like Zach said, I wouldn't want to start either of these guys. I would go Dobbins just based on the offense. He's been cleared.
It's tough.
But yeah, it's
tough.
Tough.
I would just say if you have Penny, there's not going to be a better week to start him right now than versus Atlanta.
Sure. Kyle, my league allows up to 3 years on taxi. I guess I should put Etienne on it over J-Rob. Yeah, I would definitely do that. I think we both.
I wouldn't put any of those guys on taxi right now. Because I assume
on taxi or keeper. Sorry, I read keeper. Sorry.
No, taxi. So I don't think I would put either of them on taxi. I would keep both of them. Yeah. Also, taxi should be locked by this point.
Yeah.
Tigre says, "Boys, I'm starting Wentz over Russ this week. Wish me luck." I do wish you luck.
Good luck, man.
I wish you luck. I wish you luck. I can't. You are very brave. You're very brave. I understand. Michael says, "Pick 3 full PPR: CD, Sutton, Kirk, Curtis Samuel."
Sutton and Kirk.
For me, 3 though.
Sutton. Okay. Sutton, Kirk, CD. Oh, Samuel. I mean, do you start Samuel over CD though?
Not yet. We're close, but I'm
I'm
going CD, Lamb, Sutton, and Kirk.
Okay.
We're close.
It's close to that point. It's getting close to that point. Kyle,
CD had a good game last week.
He did. He definitely did. It's crazy how much better Tua looked in that flipping video. Yeah. I mean, he looked
actually
great.
It's true. Yeah. I mean, it's very true. It's like I wonder if I want someone to take right-handed throwers and flip it around so they're left-handed. I want to see what that looks like.
Oh man,
that actually really intrigues me. I mean, I could do that. Premiere Pro.
Etienne or Melvin? I think we both say Etienne.
Yeah.
Aditya? I don't know how this is. That Aditya? No, that's not.
No, but welcome.
That was close. Pick 2 for the flex spot and half PPR. Keenan, Thielen, Dylan, A-Rob.
It's pretty easy, I think.
Yeah. if Keenan plays, you start Keenan and A-Rob.
Yeah.
If Keenan doesn't play, if Keenan doesn't play, A-Rob and Dylan. Let me double check what Dylan does.
Yeah.
He's playing the Lions.
That's my exact answer.
Yeah.
If Keenan plays, Keenan and A-Rob. If he doesn't, Dylan and A-Rob.
Okay. Michael, my main tight end is Schultz, and I benched him obviously, and I have picked up Logan Thomas. Do you think that's the right guy to fill the spot for this week? Yeah, if Schultz doesn't play.
You know, I mean, the right guy to fill that spot. Like, you know, it's an open-ended question. Travis Kelce's the right guy to fill that spot. You know, jokes. But no, Logan Thomas looks great. 62% of the snaps in week 1, and he had 6 targets. In week 2, 73% of the snaps, got the touchdown, 5 targets. And he also had a red zone target in week 1 versus Jacksonville. Carson Wentz has a wide history, a vast history, if you will, of targeting tight ends with Goddard, Ertz. You know, it's just kind of been his thing. If he has a good tight end, he'll target them. So there's a great chance Logan Thomas goes up and puts 3 points for you. That is a tight end position. But there is also a higher chance that he gets a touchdown than a lot of other tight ends out there. So he's a fine option this week.
Full PPR, James Robinson, Clyde, or Devonta Smith.
Give me Clyde.
Yeah, Clyde. I'm going to go Devonta. I like what he did last week. That's exactly what I wanted from him. I think that's going to continue moving forward. He played great, and I think they want to get the ball to him.
Yeah, it could happen for sure. Give me Clyde. I just think in that backfield, in that offense, he looks pretty good. So
Nathan,
I get it.
Pick two flex, Hollywood, CD, James, Jacobs. I think we both say Hollywood and CD.
Yep.
Cold World, what's up, boys? Miles Sanders or Thielen in the flex. Pitch breakout week, hopefully, man. We're all waiting for it. Miles.
Sanders.
Yep. Yeah. Tommy, flex, full PPR. I think Thielen, Robinson, Gibson, or Michael Carter. We both say Allen Robinson.
Yep.
Gaming, do you think Derrick Henry fits the top 15 running back this year? I think it's still possible, but it's looking very unlikely at the moment.
The tough part about it is also Taylor Lewan's out for the entire year. Top 20 feels better to me. Top 20 feels better.
Will you guys have membership through YouTube? We do.
We have one on the Dynasty channel, but we should add one here.
We probably should. Hey,
if you want to become a member, maybe we should add one here and let you guys be a part of the supporter only streams.
Yeah. Here we go. Derek.
What's up, Derek?
Pick 3: Wilson, London, Cortland, Robinson, Lazard, CD, Patterson, full PPR. I think Sutton, Allen, Robinson, and I would say Drake over CD. I'm not sure where you lean right now.
Personally, it's really important to acknowledge that we have a family member of NFL wide receiver Greg Dortch in the chat. Shout out to Derek.
Hey, how's your
brother's good?
Yeah, I mean, he's doing great. He's having a great breakout year this year so far. I mean, shout out to him. Zach's waiver wire pick.
Yeah, for me, it's Sutton, A-Rob, and it's Drizzy Drake London.
Yeah, that's it right now. I think it's easy to say Drake, especially against this matchup. Fan first. Start 3: Terry, Bateman, Kirk, Hollywood, Connor. Game decisions.
This is another trap question, and when we say trap questions again, there's a high chance that we get this wrong. But for me, Badake, it's what I'm like. Connor's not an option for me here with these wide receivers. So it's really like McLaurin, Bateman, Kirk, Hollywood. Makes it really, really tough. I want to say that Kirk is locked in. I want to say that Hollywood is locked in. And then I think I'm going Bateman. I think I'm going Bateman over Terry.
I mean, do we want
the Slay coverage worries me.
What about the Ramsey coverage?
Ramsey doesn't travel.
But that's still
Ramsey doesn't travel.
Yeah, I mean,
I will agree that like McLaurin and Hollywood are close.
They are very close. I'm going Kirk, Bateman, Terry. I think Wentz has been slinging it. Kyler's been slinging it. Let me just double check this. Yeah. Commanders play at home. Hollywood plays at home. I'm still going Terry. He's gonna break one out, and Hollywood will get the targets and Terry will get the touchdown. It feels like.
I get it. I get it. It's just Justin Jefferson, man. I mean, seeing how Slay wore him down, I wouldn't say Kirk is necessarily better than Wentz.
For sure.
Wentz is better than Kirk. It's tough. It's a close decision.
It is very a close decision. Okay, should I trade Monty and MT for Kamara and Bateman? My other running backs are JT, Fournette, Connor, and Gibson. My other wide receivers are Waddle, Higgins, Judy, and Godwin. Okay, Monty and Michael Thomas for Kamara and Bateman.
Yeah, I would do that.
I would do that as well. As much as I love Monty, I think Bateman and Kamara's upside are significantly higher. So
yeah, attaching yourself to a much better offense for your running back, and then your wide receiver. MT and Bateman's really close. You would prefer MT, but I think the upgrade for Kamara is enough for me to make that move.
Yeah, agreed. I think that's the same question. Kyle, Taxi was set after the start of the year. J-Rob started the year on Taxi, and then ETN didn't. Just expressing a little growth. Right, I hear you.
And something I would just say as well, like, you know, I understand the ETN situation doesn't look good right now. I just encourage people on a different stream to keep in mind that it is only 2 weeks. Like, we are about 10% way through the season, and I will paste a link that I tweeted out that will show you what week 2 looked like after last year. It was disgusting. Week 2 after last year was gross. Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers weren't top 17 quarterbacks. JT, Fournette, Connor, Najee none of them were top 20 running backs.
Right.
Diggs, Jefferson, Adams, none of those guys were top 23. Mark Andrews was a tight end 17. So again, the reason I'm saying that is doesn't mean that everyone that we wanted to do well is going to turn it around, but there's reasons for hope. There's reasons for optimism. Don't get too caught up in just the 2 weeks we've seen this year.
Appreciate you, Liam. Maybe let's go to Twitch really fast. Obi-Wan. Should I drop Jerry for Gallup or Dak? I have D-Hop, Deontay Cooks, Wilson from the Jets. I personally wouldn't do that. I don't know about Zach. I doubt he would do that as well. I think we would both still want Jerry or Gallup long term.
Yeah. And I see the Rams fan question. I'm not taking a chance on JK. I can't think of a scenario for me just personally that I'm taking a chance on JK this week. I need to see it first. I need to see it.
That is definitely fair.
Like, the line for me, I guess, if we're trying to create a line, is like, for example, if I have like Jet McKinnon, Khalil Herbert, Kenny Gainwell, Tyler Algier, like that's kind of where my line is. Like, all right, Zach Moss, let's throw JK in and see what happens. I just need to see it first.
That's fair. Back on YouTube, Peter, Garrett Wilson, Curtis Samuel, Terry, Hollywood, pick 2, need wide receiver 2 and a flex. I would say Terry. Dang, Terry, this is another really close one, I think.
Again, like, this is a trap question. This is such a, like, these trap questions are going to be hard, and we're always going to do our best to tell you guys what will happen. This is what we would do. We can't predict what's going to happen. Give me Hollywood. I'm locking in Hollywood. And then Terry and Curtis is so hard, man. Terry and Curtis is so hard. I mean, do you start Curtis over Terry this week, assuming that Darius Slay is gonna?
I think this Eagles defense is just really tough. Hey, like, they're really good. I think they have the ability to shut down both of them, and we saw that with Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen. We even saw that they shut down all 3 of their pillars: Thielen, Jefferson, and Dalvin Cook. I think it can happen here as well.
Terry, the issue with Terry is, like, he's not a gadget player like Curtis. Like, Curtis, let's say they shut down Curtis in the air. Curtis will have like 5 end arounds.
For sure, yeah.
They're all. It sounds crazy, but they're using him like Debo, and I love it. Like, do you remember how excited I was when Curtis signed last year?
Yeah, you loved it. I think it's so tough. Like, even then,
I'm going Hollywood and Curtis. No, I have to go Terry. Don't keep it simple, stupid. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid.
Keep it simple, stupid.
I'm going Hollywood and Terry.
I'm going to go Hollywood and Terry as well. I think
that feels terrible.
I think the chances of my thought process is that Garrett Wilson can finish higher than one of these guys, which is Hollywood and Terry. I just don't know who, but I think you have to start your stars in Terry and Hollywood. So that's the thought process. Appreciate you, Alan, for subscribing. Tommy, Kirk Cousins or Russell Wilson? We would definitely be doing Russell Wilson. Start your stars, like Zach said. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, don't overthink it. But I will say Kirk. Actually, to be honest, bro, I know this is gonna sound like really insane, but Kirk was a start of the week for me.
Yeah.
And I actually do feel more confident with Kirk. And I'll just open up that conversation.
Sure.
The reason I feel more confident with Kirk is mainly because of the matchup that he has.
The Lions.
Going up against the Lions, who, again, like the Lions have been much, much better. But the Lions currently, I think they're like top 8 in the amount of points they give up to quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Even when Washington was down, they just were able to completely destroy this team through the air. And then who did they play week 1? I'm trying to remember. The Lions.
The Lions played the Eagles. Yeah. They currently give up the third most.
I like a bounce back game for Kirk.
Yeah. The Lions.
I'm going Kirk.
Lions currently give the third most points to fantasy quarterbacks.
Yeah, and I wonder where the Niners are right now. And again, like, look,
the Niners right now.
I think Russell Wilson's gonna be fine. I really do. But if you're asking me who has a better chance for a 30-point game, I think it is Kirk Cousins. Yeah. Niners currently give up the third fewest.
Yeah.
Fewest points to the position.
Pick your poison there. You go with the superstar. You go with Kirk. That's tough. Brian, I upgraded Garrett Wilson to must start on all my teams. Do you guys agree? I think depending on who you have, I think he is. I am starting Garrett Wilson in multiple leagues this week, but just depends on who's also on your team.
Yeah, exactly. It just depends on what your options are. Sup, sir? Bongs a lot.
What's happening?
Chad the dad. Burks or Dylan, half PPR. I'm going Dylan.
Dylan as well.
I do think Burks this could be the week. We'll see. Jerry says Justin Fields or Joe Flacco. 4-point passing touchdowns.
Justin Fields.
Who do the Bears play?
The Bears play the Texans.
You gotta go Fields here, I think. I'm going Fields because of the rushing upside as well.
I think it's yeah.
If there's ever a get right game,
it has to be this, and this is why I'm banking on Mooney and Komet this week. Please, do I start DK, Samuel, or Burks in my flex? I would say DK just based off matchup. They're playing the Falcons. I don't know about Zach though.
It's really, really close. I am actually going Curtis here, and DK. I don't know if AJ Terrell is gonna travel with him, but the way teams are shutting down the Seahawks right now is just focusing completely on him. That's why you saw Tyler Lockett have such a good game last week, because DK was double teamed on every play. I mean, there's not very many players that need to shut down on this team. DK's a clear superstar here. You shut him down, you have a great chance to win the game. So if AJ Terrell's on him, I mean, he was really, really good last year, massively underrated. I'm going to go Curtis here, but yeah, you're right. The matchup, this could be a week where we see like a 60-yard touchdown for DK, and we're like, should have started him.
Yeah, it's so tough.
Give me Curtis.
Kyle, filling in for Schultz with Irv Smith. Nobody that should be on waiver wires better, right? Yeah, agreed. Irv Smith, I mean, we would be talking differently about Irv Smith this week if he would have caught that freaking pass.
Pisses me off.
That was literally the equivalent to Evan Ingram. Like pass. I feel like it was a similar play, wide open.
I got a lot of Irv in best ball, and that was frustrating.
Just drops the ball there. Rest of the season, Tua, Kirk Cousins. I think I would say Tua.
Yeah, it's really close between Tua and Cousins, but I agree. Like the weapons that Tua has, like this is what we talked about before the year when we kept telling people to buy him in Dynasty. It's like how like you have to be very bad to fail with these weapons. You have to be very bad to fail.
Yeah, I was definitely wrong. I was saying that. I appreciate you. It's Huff Dad over there on Twitch. I was saying that Tua was gonna have some growing pains this year, specifically with Tyreek, but they're clicking like immediately. So, I mean,
their entire reputations were on the line. They made sure they were ready.
100%.
Just quickly on Twitch, Liam the GOAT. Yo, I need advice on this trade. I give up Derrick Henry and Keenan Allen. I receive Alvin Kamara, AJ Brown, and Thielen. Give me Kamara over Henry and AJ Brown over Keenan. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. Yeah. I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm doing it as well. I think it's a great trade. Back on YouTube, Dawson Sterling, JK, Rashad Penny, Pig 2. Oh my goodness. I would have to go Josh Jacobs and Penny. You can't start Sterling. It's tough. I think he can definitely have a game, but right now, oddly enough, what's his name? Richie James is leading the Giants in targets.
So there was three sits of the week for me at the wide receiver position. I had 2 wide receiver cores in that segment. The Chiefs and the Giants. The difference with the Chiefs is like, at least if you choose one, you're like, oh, I mean, I could have like a 15-point game with a touchdown here.
Yeah.
With the Giants, it's like, look, like the offense is running through Saquon. So it's much more difficult to predict. Give me Jacobs and Rashad. You're right.
Completely agree. Wahab, my other league, I traded MT, Waddle, Swift for JT, Debo, and Kittle. What do you think? JT, Debo, Kittle.
It's hard because you're giving up. I guess it's just, like, it's an even trade. Kittle, it's weird. It's always weird when it's like 1 tight end and like 2 wide receivers.
Exactly.
Because there's always so much more value with the wide receivers. It's an even trade though. When I look at it, it's an even trade.
It is an even trade. I wish you got something else for Michael Thomas. Like, I wish you didn't get Michael Thomas.
I think he got the
Debo side. I think that's good. I think the other person, I guess I was talking about, Michael Thomas, was in question. Do I start London or Hollywood? This is very close as well.
Yeah, it is. I'm going Hollywood.
I'm going Hollywood as well, but it's extremely close. Close your eyes.
Drake is a must start in almost every scenario except for yours. And like, if you start him over Hollywood, that doesn't make me upset at all. Drake is a start of the week for me at the wide receiver position, but I have to go Hollywood here.
Irv or Knox? I would go Irv here. I mean,
I think you mentioned it before.
I'm going Knox actually if Gabe Davis is not playing.
Yeah, exactly. It just depends if Gabe plays. If he does, then I'm not starting Knox. I'll go Irv. But if Gabe is out, then I'll start Knox.
I traded Curtis Samuel for for Keenan Allen in half PPR. What do you guys think? I mean, that's fantastic in my opinion.
Yeah, pretty good value. I like it.
Once he comes back, he's going to be healthy, and then he's going to get targets as always. Michael King, you start Zeke or Dameon Pierce, full PPR. I think it has to be. This is another close one, but I feel like it has to be Zeke. But at the same time, this Giants defense, I mean, not to toot our own horn, we've held CMC, for like 2 to 3 yard gains, and then he had just 1 40-yard breakout. That's what really made up his day. The same thing with, we held Derrick Henry to under 100 yards. It's tough, man. I think we're gonna focus on this run game with Zeke and Pollard. But I think you kind of still have to start Pollard there. I mean, Damian against the Bears is also a favorable matchup.
Yeah, I am Damian here.
Okay.
I saw what I needed to see to consider Damian a starter in these kind of scenarios last week.
Right.
Week 1, very confusing. Burkhead, on the field for all those passing downs. Week 2, not the same scenario. And we saw Dameon Pierce play 62% of the snaps. Burkhead didn't have a single carry. 3 targets. Meanwhile, Damian had 15 carries and he had 1 target. So,
it's crazy that we're saying
Zeke, that. I know it is,
but
it's
just the conversation about Zeke. Wow.
I worry more about Tony Pollard than I do about Rex Burkhead at this point.
Right.
Both of these guys could disappoint you. They could both have under 10 points, but give me Damian.
That's fair. Where are we here? Wentz or Jimmy G? I think we would both go Wentz for sure.
Yeah, it's a good defense that both of them are facing, but I think Wentz has got a freaking cannon, dude.
Yeah,
Wentz.
I mean,
he'll throw an interception, guarantee it.
What is he? QB3, QB5 so far, something like that.
I think he's QB3 on the year, yeah.
I mean, he's doing good so far. Chad the Dad picked 1 RB and 2 flex. Akers, Patterson, Julio, Mooney, J. Rob, and Devin Duvernay.
Oh my god, this is definition of a trap.
Give me
1 running back is Patterson for me. Cordell Patterson.
Exactly. Even though I like Akers this week, give me Patterson. And then 2 flex. I'm believing in the bounce back for Mooney, and give me James Robinson. It feels like I am believing the bounce back. I mean, I said it in our Pick Ems video. They have to get him going. With less than 5 targets the past 2 games for their wide receiver 1 that's been on the field for 80% of the time, they have to get this offense going. It sounds like a trap. It feels like a trap.
Yeah. Okay. So I agree. Like, Patterson's my running back. My first flex is James Robinson.
And
I just do not have confidence in Mooney. And I think this is the week that he bounces back. But I will go Julio. If Julio plays, he's likely the #1 target for Tom Brady. So give me Julio over Mooney if Julio plays.
So right
if
now,
if he doesn't play, I would throw out Mooney there in this matchup.
Yeah. The hard part with that is that we won't know if Julio plays because he has a second half game.
Okay.
If in the morning, guys, a little tip we always like to tell you guys: watch the pregame shows 30 minutes before. That's when they're gonna tell you if Julio's gonna play. Make sure you get your notifications on Twitter if you don't have Twitter. Check that out because they will kind of notify you if these guys are gonna play, if they're gonna be limited in the game. All those things, because if Julio doesn't play, I think we both agree with Mooney. Even if Julio plays, I think I'm still going Mooney because the main focus for this defense, for the Packers, is going to be Julio Jones. There's no one else besides Julio Jones that is a true top tier weapon. Even though Julio doesn't feel like top tier anymore. If you get what I'm saying.
Sure. The counter side to that is that I could say the same thing about Mooney.
Yeah.
On the opposite side. So yeah, I'm still going Julio. I'd rather have Tom Brady connected to my desperation flex, than Justin Fields at this point.
I hear you. Tua tags Aaron Rodgers. I think this is tough. This is a tough one.
I'm going Tua.
I'm going Tua as well. They both play good defenses. One plays the Bills, one plays Tampa, literally back to back in the least amount of points that they offer to quarterbacks. But give me the rushing upside with Tua as well. I think that's what really puts it over the edge here in the offense.
Yeah.
Give me that. Greg, pick 2: Etienne, Stevenson, Sterling, Dubs, or McKinnon. Oh man, I would say Etienne and Stevenson is easy for me. I don't know.
I agree. Stevenson's been relatively disappointing. I think most people who had him would have wished that Damien Harris's injury was a little more serious, but I agree. Etienne and Stevenson has to be the starts there.
Is
Herbert playing this week? We don't know. Game time decision. We'll find out. And again, like the other resources that I was going to point out for people who are like, is this player playing? Couple resources. Number 1 is 32 Beat Writers on Twitter.
Yep.
Find them. They're a great resource. Turn the notifications on. And then Fantasy Life app.
Yeah.
Fantasy Life app actually has a really, really good news section. And I think they're actually the fastest of anyone. Cooks or London?
Ooh.
Cooks or London, man. Here we are. I mean, that is very, very close. I'm going Cooks. London is the start of the week for me, but I am going Cooks.
I'm going to go London.
Yeah, it's close. I don't think this isn't a decision that's going to ruin your week, though.
Yeah, I think the Bears defense is just a little bit better than the Seahawks right now. And I just feel so much better with Mariota thrown into London than Davis Mills.
I agree. I think there is a chance, like Drake London, again, start of the week for me. There is a chance this is a Kyle Pitts game. And if that is the case, I don't think that there's a chance that it's a OJ Howard game for Houston. Like, it's going to be Brandon Cooks no matter what. You know what I mean?
Right. I hear you. I hear Kyle.
Again, this isn't a decision that's going to ruin your week either way.
I still like Etienne, just don't love not being able to use J-Rob without losing a roster split.
I get it.
I hear you.
I get it. It's definitely tough.
If I was to trade for an elite tight end, you prefer Travis or Mark Andrews? I mean, I prefer both. Give me both. Whichever one's cheaper, I guess. I don't know about Zach, but whichever one's cheaper. I think they're both really back to back.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. Like, whatever's cheaper, get that player. Whatever puts you in a position where you have to give up like less, I'll take that player. But I mean, in a vacuum, like just straight up, Kelsey.
Yeah. What's their finish so far right now in the year for these tight ends?
Tight end 1 and 2. Kelsey's 1. Andrews is 2.
It's just a classic, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, where are we going next? Samuel or Metcalf? I think we answered this. I think I said Metcalf and you said Samuel, didn't you?
I did, yeah, and that's a tough one.
Are you
avoiding Gallup and what is likely his first week back? Yes. We have to see it first with these guys. For me, at least, I can't put these guys in my starting lineup without seeing it first. Imagine everything we got wrong in week 1, and now you're throwing these players out there on your starting lineup, and they're injured, and they're coming back, and we don't know.
Yeah, we would tell you not to start in week 1 as well. So, we answered that already. Jeff Wilson or J-Rob? I'm going Wilson.
Same. Yeah. Especially with Tyrion out. I mean, it feels like Wilson could have like 20 carries this game if he stays healthy.
Yeah. Not a primetime game. Kurt will look better. Yeah, that's fair. Would you trade Russ, Pittman, Mooney for Tua, London, and Juju? No, I would keep Russ, Pittman, and Mooney. Personally, I don't know about Zach.
No, I agree. I mean, look, like Juju seems like unstartable right now, even though there will be spike weeks. Yeah.
Drake or Hollywood? I think we'll both say Drake, but another one that's really, really close. Extremely close.
I am on the Hollywood side here.
Yeah.
It is close. Because we answered this one before.
Yeah, we did.
Again, this is another one of those ones, like just like Brandon Cooks in London, it's not going to make or break your week, but I am on Hollywood here.
That's fair. Mooney, Sterling, or Noah Brown? I would go Mooney here still. But this is also a trap. I mean, all these guys can be terrible.
I agree. Chad got to drop one full PPR: Edmund, Stevenson, Wilson, Rashad White, Pickens, or Burks. Do you have to? I don't want to drop any of these guys. I really, really don't, because Rashad White, again, one injury away from like top 15 upside. Jeff Wilson is the guy right now. Stevenson, man, is it gonna happen? I don't know. Like, Edmonds is rough as well, but Pickens and Burke are like on the threshold. You can see them. The door is open, and they're walking in slow motion right now.
Yeah, I don't like this.
I really don't know. If I have to choose one, maybe Edmonds. No, I can't drop Chase Edmonds. I think it has to be Rashad White.
I think it has to be Rashad White as well. I want to keep everyone here.
You need an injury for him. That's the truth.
And if that's the case, then you just got to pick him up again. I don't know.
You probably. I mean, he'll be number one on waivers if Lenny's injured. But yeah, it has to be Rashad White, and it will really, really suck if. Like, why do you need to drop one of these guys? Is my question. But anyway, Terrell says, with Dalton Schultz out, would Juwan Johnson be a good pivot? I think there are better pivots than Juwan Johnson.
Yeah, I think
we would both say that. Guys like that were mentioned, even guys that weren't mentioned. Let's go through. I think Conklin's a better option. Irv Smith is a better option. Hayden Hurst is a better option. Evan Ingram, Logan Thomas, like you said, Gerald Everett. I would throw out. Mike. I would probably actually go Cole over him. I know that sounds crazy. Give me Hunter Henry even over him. It's just, it doesn't seem, again, like what I'm about to say is the entire tight end position, but it doesn't seem reliable.
Brock, appreciate you. And I think the only reason why he was so successful as well is because Alvin Kamara wasn't playing. And maybe there's upside with him if Kamara doesn't play this week as well. But still, like Zach said, all those guys that you can pivot to, we would rather do with or without Alvin Kamara still. So yeah. Spinola, how you doing, brother? Full PPR 1 point, pick 3 flex. Dortch, Tyler Lockett, Penny, Walker, Edmonds, Miller, Woods, Gallup, Char. I think pick one.
Lockett.
Yeah, one's Lockett. One is. Oh man.
For me, it's Lockett,
Dortch?
Penny, Chark.
Really?
Penny, Chark for me. Yeah.
I would say Lockett, Dortch, Penny.
Okay.
That's where I would go.
I mean, Dortch and Chark, like I guess it is pretty close.
Ken Walker. I mean, him. I don't like it. I don't like either of it. I don't like the Penny one. I think for sure Dortch.
I actually agree with the Dortch now. For me, I'm actually pretty happy with this. Lockett, Penny, Dortch.
Yeah, let's just side with that. Rams or Saints, D? Give me the Saints.
Yeah, impossible to predict, but
yeah, give me the Saints. I think Kyler can definitely still score on that team.
Yeah.
Need 2: Henderson, Pierce, Wilson, or Robinson. I'm assuming James Robinson.
Wilson is the one I'm most confident in.
Is it? Yeah, I think is it Wilson or Wilson and Pierce or Wilson and Robinson?
I'm going Wilson and Damian Pierce.
Yeah, that's what this is where I'm going too.
This is a trap question. Let's hope we get it right. But I mean, I think Henderson's still the goal line guy. It is very confusing there.
Yeah.
So that's why I need to avoid confusion. I know Pierce is the guy. I know Wilson's the guy. Say the same about James Robinson, but again, I don't. There will be a down week at some point.
Kyle said Cooper Rush is going to beat the Giants. Hopefully not. I don't think Cooper will look good. Just think Daniel will look worse. Hopefully, man. Let's see what happens. Alex, start 2. We'll be live for that, by the way.
Yes.
Start 2. flex, Carter, Robinson, DK, Henderson. I like Michael Carter this week.
That's tough.
I like Michael Carter and DK.
Yeah, give me James Robinson and DK there.
Okay.
Give me James Robinson and DK. It's tough. I think James Robinson and Michael Carter are both in a situation where they have very talented running backs behind them. I would say Brees is probably like the quicker. Like I could still see ETN being like a big focus, but it's hey, Robinson's looked good. So is Carter, but I just feel like Brees like looks incredible.
Yeah.
It's tough, but yeah, give me James Robinson and DK.
Sorry, give me 1 second. Ellen's asked me a question. If you want to go.
Since I have Kittle and Pitts, Godwin is out for me, and my flex option is James Conner, Stevenson, Mooney or Kittle. Do I just start Kittle? Yeah, you can't do Stevenson or Mooney here. Look, if Conner plays, I think I'd play Conner over Kittle. But Kittle could have an incredible return. But Conner, I think if you look at who has a better chance at a touchdown, I think it would be Conner. Noah says full PPR, Chris Olave or Garrett Wilson. Man, Chris Olave had a lot of targets, and a lot of people aren't going to realize that. So I think this is like not a stupid question at all. 13 targets for Chris Olave. But the Panthers are a really good defense, and I guess you could say the same thing about the Bengals. But give me Garrett Wilson, ride the hot hand there. What we want Olave to happen, what we want to happen for him has already happened with Wilson, so that's tough.
I'm back. Sorry.
Rapid Dog, that's okay. Would you guys rather have CD or Amon-Ra? Also CD or Waddle? I would take the opposite side over CD in both of those scenarios.
Exactly. Same.
Russell Gage or Dobbins? I'm actually going Gage here. I'm going Gage.
Yeah, I will go Gage here as well. Just better opportunity. He should definitely. He should definitely see a tremendous amount of targets. At least you hope so.
Yeah.
If Colt Beasley comes in and gets more targets than Russell Gage, there's a massive problem.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. But
I don't see that happening either. But wow, go for Wentz for point passing touchdown. Wentz, I think we'll both say Wentz.
Yeah, I think so. So. Yeah. That's tough.
Okay, 12 team, 0.75 PPR, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 flex. My running backs are Saquon, Monty, McKissick, Ken Walker. Wide receivers are Kupp, AJ Brown. Okay, what's the question? Do I trade London for AJ Dillon?
No.
No.
Keep London.
Okay, Mike Williams.
I like AJ Dillon, by the way. Just quickly on that, I feel like
Sure.
your running backs are just strong enough to wait this out. Saquon, Monty, like those are 2 reliable starters there. After this week, I think I'd be interested in doing that because there's a good chance that even though AJ Dillon was a trade 4 target for me this week, there's a good chance versus Tampa Bay it's not an incredible game for AJ Dillon. So you might be able to get an even better deal for him next week.
Mike Williams or Sutton rest of the season. I'm going Sutton.
Man, this is tough.
Yeah, I'm going Sutton.
That one's really, really tough. I think it really depends on strength of schedule, actually. Is there a way for me to look at their strength of schedule between the two?
Yeah, I think if you just go on, hold on, I can pull it up. Give me a second.
Yeah, I think I need to see strength of schedule because that's a true toss-up for me.
Oh, actually, it doesn't have it anymore.
I swear, yeah. Man, that's really tough. You know, I'm not saying it will happen. There's a chance that Keenan has reached an age where these hamstrings are just, you know, we don't want it to happen. And I don't want to like put those words out there, but there's a chance that's a case. Give me Mike Williams.
Sure.
Give me Mike Williams.
Tua or Wentz? I would go Tua here.
Same.
Okay, do you think Keenan Allen plays or should I start someone else? I think it's a game time decision for Keenan. If he plays, you play him. If he doesn't, start someone else, man.
And I would just say on it, I don't think he does play. Because again, aging wide receiver, you've seen historically, it's not a good idea to like if they're 50-50. Hey, your hamstring looks okay. Like that's not a very good game plan for an aging wide receiver. Playing Jacksonville, you would hope there's enough there for them to win this game. I think they err on the side of caution, but obviously we want to see Keenan play.
Wilson, Etienne, or Cooks?
Wilson.
Wilson.
Is Cooks Brandon Cooks actually? Sorry, if that's Brandon Cooks, then Brandon Cooks.
I'm going Wilson here. Still over Brandon Cooks.
Okay.
I just really like the opportunity and what he's doing. Joe Flacco really favors him. Obviously, Davis Mills favors Brandon Cooks as well. But let's see. No worries, Larry. Appreciate you.
I don't think it's crazy. I just think there's a lower chance that Cooks screws your week over.
Yeah, I hear you. Another thing is selling Pitts now, or should I keep him? Keep hope that he gets more targets. I mean, you have to keep hope that he gets more targets right now. I mean, we were talking about this the other day. I think if it gets to like week 6 or 7, we can have a conversation. But right now, you still gotta hold on to him and start him, and then see what happens.
Yeah, don't lose faith in Pitts. I tweeted out a link, and I really do think that everyone should just view it, because it's quite shocking when you look at it and you're like, okay, all right, like the whole season is not going to look like what we've seen for this first 2 weeks. Some trends will stay the same, some trends will change, and I just think it's like really important perspective for everyone to keep. So I'll paste that link again in the chat on Twitter, or sorry, on YouTube, and I'll also do it on Twitch for anyone who's curious. But let's go to Twitch real quick. What was the last question? I think it's, should I start Javonte Williams or Leonard Fournette? I'm going. Where are you going? I don't think that, again, this is another one that's not going to screw your week over, but I think you need to probably.
I think both of these guys.
Lenny is the answer, I think.
Both of these guys are must starts, but Lenny is the answer. He is the only threat for Tom this week. Only weapon. Let me rephrase that. Only weapon for Tom this week. It has to be Lenny, in my opinion. Yeah. Where are we? I'm assuming you want us to grade this team. I think it looks good. Hurts, Fournette, Dobbins, Emmons, Amon-Ra, Jefferson, Keenan. And y'all have Jess Wilson too. I mean, it's great.
I like it. It's a good team, BT. Amon-Ra, St. Brown, or AJ Brown. Rest of season, this is crazy that we're having this conversation.
Boy, give it to Amon-Ra. No, I'm not saying give it to Amon-Ra. I'm not saying I want that. I'm saying, well, I just love him.
Hard not to love him. I am still going AJ Brown, though.
Yeah, I'm going AJ Brown as well. It's tough not to. But I think these guys can definitely finish very, very close to each other. They both have, I think, their upside is actually very similar. If there's 2 equal guys, I feel like these are 2 guys that are very, very close to each other right now.
I agree. I think if you're looking long term, then you're looking at the playoffs as well. In the playoffs, AJ Brown faces the Giants, the Bears, the Cowboys. So
wow, there you go.
Yeah.
What else do we have? I think we answered that. Brocky, should I trade JT, Zeke, and Hollywood Brown for Henry, Mixon, and Thielen? I give JT side. I'm keeping JT and Hollywood over Henry and Thielen.
The JT Zeke side, or the JT Hollywood side,
yeah. Let's keep that.
All right, back on
YouTube. Where were we? Mooney, Dobbins, or Beasley at flex? Mooney. I think we would say both say Mooney's not sexy.
Yeah, that sucks, but yeah.
Terry,
trade or hold? I mean, I think it's a hold.
I think it's a hold as well. It's definitely a hold as well.
He's not like breaking out, so like it's not like he's like one of these guys where like Christian Kirk, it's like, oh my god, it's on a high. Like shout out Christian Kirk, my guy this year.
Did you see that clip of Terry of how he was saying they're playing lazy defense? Like, just throw it to me. Did you see that one?
Yeah. He's incredible. He's a hold. I mean, he's not had a breakout week where you can trade him for good value right now. He's the highest point game is 13.8 points, so he's a hold. He's gonna have better games.
Agreed. Ayuk, Julio, Dotson from a wide receiver 3 this week. Wow, I think it's between Dotson and Ayuk. Give me Dotson just so we can see how Ayuk performs with Jimmy.
I don't think there's a wrong answer here, but I think I am going Ayuk.
Okay.
And the reason I'm saying that, actually, you're right. I'm going Jahan Dotson. You know, Ayuk was exciting because of the connection with Trey Lance. Jimmy's never prioritized Ayuk.
Exactly.
Like he's never prioritized him. He's always been the 3rd or 4th option for Jimmy for some reason.
Yeah, I feel like the real guy that's truly benefits, it's Kittle now. I feel like he's just like he should be back if he stays healthy.
Kittle and Debo.
Eagles or Bears defense? I think we would go
Eagles. I'm not playing Bears defense.
Yeah. Should I start Javonte? I think we answered that question already.
Yep.
We both said Lenny. Happy PR team. Have Kyle Pitts. Has Kyle Pitts start Patterson, Robinson, Judy, or Dobbins? I think if Judy plays, you start Judy. And if he doesn't play, I would go Cordero Patterson.
Yeah, agreed.
Great.
I agree. Let's do some quick fire here. Keep in mind that we will answer any super chats. Any super chats that come in, we'll get straight away. Let's do some quick fire here. Tommy says Juju, Devonta Smith, Curtis Samuel. I'm going Curtis. Are you going Devonta?
I'm going Devonta. Yep.
All right, I'm going Curtis there. Julio says was offered Kamara, London, Landry for Montgomery, Hunt, Debo. Kamara, London, Landry for Montgomery. I like Kamara over him. Hunt, Debo. No, give me the Montgomery, Hunt, Debo side.
Exactly. Olave or Burks. Ooh.
Olave. But it's close.
Goddard or Kittle. I'm still going Goddard.
I'm actually going Kittle.
Okay.
I'm going Kittle here. I think they took the appropriate time to get that injury right, and Kittle and Jimmy have had so much success.
For sure, I definitely agree there. Give me Goddard this week. We'll see how Kittle performs when he comes back.
Lincoln says in a Superflex 12-man dynasty startup, I just traded T and a 704 for JJ, and I am now on the clock with the 705. Who should I draft? You're drafting a dynasty league right now in week 3?
Wow.
Michael Thomas, Mike Evans, Clyde, or Gibson, and who take at the 709?
Wow.
In Dynasty, give me man. I'll take Michael Thomas. I think with I'll take Clyde. Clyde would be my next pick.
Should I draft Michael?
Clyde would be my next pick, and then it would be Michael Thomas.
Yeah, wow. I can't believe you're doing this. Yeah, give me Clyde, and then my next one would be Mike Evans.
Okay.
That's what I would do. Clyde or
Canadians
Jeff Wilson?
Elite. Clyde or Jeff Wilson? I'm going Clyde. You're going.
I'm going Jeff.
Okay. Noah says Carr or Tua. I'm going Tua.
Tua, yeah.
Burrow versus Jets or Tua versus Bills. Give me Burrow.
Burrow, yeah.
Pick one, please. Non-PPR. Lazard, Hardman, Dobbins, McKenzie, Lazard. B says PPR, CD or London. I'm going. I think I said London. Yeah, I think we said London on this.
We did say London. Yeah. I had to drop one of these guys in the kicker, which sucks, but doing 2 for 1 offers, so I'm not wasting them. Fab, so I never give it. Yeah, that's fair. Trying to do a 2 for 1 trade is what I meant, but no dice so far. That makes sense. Fournette or Higgins for Chase.
Fournette and Higgins for Chase. Chase isn't worth that. It's. I mean, Higgins is gonna have great weeks just like Chase. So no, give me Fournette and Higgins. I mean,
Agreed.
I'm heavy on the Fournette Higgins side.
Damian Harris or AJ Dillon. I think we both say AJ and half PPR.
This week, is it just this week? That's interesting.
I'll still go AJ there.
I would go AJ, but it's interesting.
Yeah, I'll still go AJ there. More Burks, Ayuk. I'm still going more here. I don't know about Zach.
I agree. Fournette or Michael Thomas. I think I'll go Fournette.
Or Jacoby.
Or Jacobs if this plays.
Right. Jacob, okay, Jacob. Yeah, right. No, that makes sense. Wait on Herbie or start Wentz, Jimmy,
or
go
just to answer that question first. Are you going Josh Jacobs over any of those guys?
No, I'm still going Elijah Moore.
Yeah, it's interesting because Jacobs actually has been really good. I think fantasy points will come. But you're right. Give me Elijah Moore. I don't want to wait on it.
If Herbie plays, you start him. If he doesn't play, we're starting Wentz.
Yep.
Dante. Pitts or Logan. Pitts. Don't overthink it. Should I start Keenan Allen? And if no, pick 3 at wide receivers: Amon-Ra, T, Gabe Davis, or Drake. If Keenan doesn't play, Amon-Ra, T, and Gabe Davis if he does play. And if he doesn't play, then obviously Amon-Ra, T, and Drake London. And if Keenan does play, it's Keenan, Amon-Ra, T. Right?
I agree that if Keenan plays, it's Keenan, Amon-Ra, T. If Keenan doesn't play, I'm actually going London over Davis. So give me Amon-Ra, Higgins, and London. London, a star of the week. Love the matchup against this defense. And Davis, the ankle injury worries me a little bit.
Over the backstretch of the year in 2021, Ayuk was top 24. Yeah, let's see what happens this year.
Yeah.
With Jimmy, it can definitely be very interesting.
Ayuk was decent. Yeah.
Drills. Trading Cortland Sutton for James Robinson. I have Son, AJ Brown, Coop, Davis, Christian, Marby's, Najee, Edmonds.
No. Definitely not. Especially if you have Etienne on the bench.
Yeah, no point.
No. Keep Sutton.
Which defense? Chiefs, Ravens, Eagles, Texans, Falcons. Eagles.
My gosh.
Off the top of my head, let me just double check though.
Definitely not the Ravens.
Definitely not the Ravens.
Yeah, Eagles. Eagles would be the answer for me.
Damian Pierce, Jeff Wilson, or Dylan. This one's really tough as well. I forgot what I've been saying. I think I've been saying Dylan over Jeff.
Yeah, I'm going Dylan too, but it's close.
Yeah, it is very close. Chad, how do you value Kittle? I have Hurts, Goddard, stacked, but may do Goddard plus and a running back to get Kittle, but worried about the injury. What do you think?
Yeah, you don't you do that trade straight up. You don't do that like and give up more value. We still need to see it from Kittle. Unless it's like someone on your bench that you just don't care about too much. You know, if it's like a Burkhead and a Goddard, for example. Woods plays at 1, Herbert plays at 4. That's very true. We should have enough information though to make that call.
We should.
Williams says, would you drop Nyheim Hines for Zamir White? I don't think I would, because White is only a 1-week play. It is Jacobs' backfield, personally. That's how I feel.
I'm keeping Nyheim's as well. Who do you start, Olave or Shep? I mean, we both say Olave.
Yeah.
Also, what do I do with Godwin? Wait until he comes back, to be completely honest with you.
He's going to be incredible when he comes. Like, Godwin will be a top 12 wide receiver every week.
You saw he was getting the work. I mean, it wasn't even his
ACL.
We'll
rank him like that, is what I should say. We'll rank him that way.
Yeah, it wasn't even the ACL that looked like he didn't hurt his ACL. He was running as if the ACL wasn't a problem, and then he pulls his hammy.
So looks great.
Yeah, don't overthink it. Broncos or Bengals D? Broncos versus the 49ers, Bengals versus the Jets. I don't want to start either of these guys. Bengals.
I think Bengals are a fine play. Bengals are a great defense, and I think it's a fine, like, it's not unrealistic to expect Joe Flacco to
throw an interception. That's fair. That is fair, guys. Let's go on Twitch. Nothing on Twitch. We'll be here answering all your questions right after this. We'll answer your questions probably another about 5 minutes or so, and then we're gonna do our supporter live stream, guys. So drop any more last minute questions for you guys.
Drop a like if you don't mind. Subscribe, and we do this every week. We go live for the game, so
let us know how you feeling. What you doing? What's a big game you're looking at? Bills Dolphins is a pretty big game first half.
Yeah, I think that's probably a game of the week.
That's the biggest one. And I like the Sunday night game, 49ers Broncos. I mean, to see Russ in prime time once again, hopefully he pulls it through.
Yeah, Russ.
He needs to pick it up.
A lot of expectations on his shoulders. For me, I would say it's Bills Dolphins game of the week.
Yeah.
Colts. If the Colts lose this game, they're not going to the playoffs.
Oh my gosh, no! If the Bengals lose this game,
0-2-1.
If the Bengals lose this game, I don't think they can go to the playoffs. Once again, remember
Same with Raiders. Yeah.
Like,
same with Raiders.
All these teams could. I mean, we expected the Bengals to start off better. We expected the Raiders to start off better. All those 3 teams: Colts, Bengals, Raiders. We all expected them to at least start off 1-1 or 2-0, not be winless.
Yeah. All right, we have some questions on YouTube here. David says, who won? Trade got out of hand. Clyde, Debo, Eno, Pitts, or Patterson, Dotson, Olave, Kelsey.
This is
pretty close. I mean, I think this is closer than people realize, because Debo's a great trade target right now.
Patterson, Dotson, Olave, Kelsey. It is. I mean, it's an even trade. It is an even trade.
Yeah,
it is an
even trade. I like
trade.
Both sides.
I would definitely, if I had to lean one, I'll go the Kelsey side. If I had to choose one, David.
Yeah.
Would you start Joe Burrow or Carr? I'll start Joe Burrow. I think we would both say. Would you trade Najee Harris and Curtis Samuel for Swift and PPR? Ooh, wow.
I don't think you can.
If Curtis
Najee's
Samuel
not been incredible.
Else,
yeah, sorry. Curtis Samuel looks like a legit must start wide receiver right now. The thing was DeAndre, if you make that trade, you're one ankle injury away from your team being completely screwed over. At least Najee can get you 12 to 15 points still.
Yeah. J-Rob Hull or Jefferson full PPR? Jefferson. For me.
What? Jeff Wilson?
Yeah, sorry. I said Jefferson, sorry.
Jeff. I was reading and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Jeff Wilson, yeah.
Jeff Wilson.
Gabe Davis or Hollywood Brown? I'm going Hollywood.
I'm going Hollywood even if Gabe does play. Who gets most of the running work in Oakland? Bolden, Amir.
I think it would be Zamir.
I think it would be Zamir as well.
But I actually think Josh Jacobs plays. We'll see.
I think so.
I think he's gonna play. He didn't travel with his team, but he made the trip. Who won this trade? AJ Brown and Najee for Saquon and Drake London. Probably, to be honest, the Saquon in London side.
Oh yeah, I like that as well. Give me Say in London. Najee just doesn't look. I mean, maybe he gets better when Kenny on the field.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to watch how good Jaylen Warren looks with his touches.
Yeah, that
But to be fair, I mean, look, Najee's never been like the most explosive, the game breaker. He's just been a really consistent north-south runner. And he's got really good vision as well. Great pass catcher. He's just not been that explosive player.
Start 2 a wide receiver and flex. Allen Robinson, Sutton, Penny, Terry, Bateman, Lazard. Give me Allen Robinson, Sutton, and give me. Ooh, I think we.
See, this is.
I know.
I'm going Bateman. I agree with everything you said. Allen Robinson, Sutton, Bateman for me would be the last one.
Bateman.
Yeah.
I would be tossing up between Terry and Bateman. I think I said Terry earlier. I'm gonna keep I'm gonna keep to it. Give me Terry.
We had that conversation. I just worry about Slay. Higgins and Fournette for Chase. We already talked about this. Yeah. Higgins and Fournette easily.
Yep.
Gaming got a trade offer. It's like people go on like multiple streams and they ask a question, they don't listen.
Probably.
Got a trade offer. CD for Derrick Henry. That's honestly really even. That's a really even trade.
Depends on what you need. If you need the wide receiver, great. If you need the running back, great.
Yeah.
Jacobs was supposed to travel to the game.
I believe Jacobs did travel, guys.
I haven't heard or I haven't seen.
I believe he did. I saw a report on it, but I could be wrong. Let me double check. Yep. He travels to Tennessee. I'm pretty sure he traveled. I'll have to double check on that.
If he doesn't travel, then obviously we need to. I think it will still be Zamir White for us. But at the same time,
you're not starting Zamir White, are you?
No, there's other. That's what I'm saying. Like if you have no options, it would be Zamir White. If there's somebody on the waiver wires.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs did travel to Tennessee, by the way. He did.
Okay. That's good. Chad, do you trade Najee for Javonte in half PPR? I'm so worried about the offense with
easily.
Yeah,
easily give me.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, Javonte. Like I have him on a lot of teams this year, and there's not been a trade offer that I've been happy with. So you keep Javonte clearly there. Kev, AJ Dillon, Patterson, or Burks in my flex tomorrow. This could be the Burks breakout week, but you can't start him with those other options who are better. AJ Dillon and Cordero Patterson's really easy because, you know, if both face the same opponent, you're easily saying you're easily saying AJ Dillon. But the reality is they're not. One's facing Seattle, one's facing Tampa Bay. Give me Cordero Patterson here.
Yeah, I'm going Patterson as well. That's so tough.
Yeah,
it's very close though.
Travel. Yeah. Hurts or Wentz? I mean, it's definitely hurts.
It hurts.
It definitely hurts.
It hurts, guys.
All right, guys, we're gonna go and do a supporter-only live stream for people who support us on Patreon, for people who support us over on the Dynasty channel. We're gonna spend some time with them, answer any questions that they have in a smaller environment, and yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for the love today.
Yeah,
drop a like on your way out, subscribe. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss these on a weekly basis. We got a bunch of videos that come out every week. I feel like we do the absolute most to help, and I hope that comes across that way. Best of luck this week. If you're 0-2, don't give up. It's way too early. Even if you end up 0-3, it is far too early to give up in fantasy football. Anything can happen. Good luck this week. Huge love.
Deuce. One last question. Gabe Davis or a healthy Curtis Samuel? If Gabe Davis plays, I'm starting Gabe Davis. But if
I'm still going Curtis, yeah.
That's fair.
I think we talked about that, yeah.
That's fair. All love, guys. Good luck in week 3. Make sure you wear white on Monday night for the New York Football Giants.
I mean, there could be the Cowboys in white, right?
It could be. Oh, no, it's a white out for the Giants game.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, we're wearing the color rush, and they told all the fans to wear white. But anyways, all love.